unconditional love for yourself is being real with yourself, loving yourself enough to meet the needs that went unmet as a child, as well as to take responsibility for our own actions of the lower nature and do right by ourselves and the collective by holding positive, loving intentions and putting effort towards being more aware, understanding, and compassionate. Love has its home in the heart and not the mind. Therefore, to be judgment-free is to be aligned with true love, in alignment with true love. Choosing to set aside the analytical mind and feel into the heart energetically opens the capacity for transformation and evolution. When we unplug from the mind, we are just an observer, watching the whole movie, being lovingly aware of everyone and all life. I am so incredibly grateful for the love from others in my life. The safety and softness that is felt in the body when accepted for who you are is so relieving and cathartic. It nourishes the soul. My best friend Naomi is a treasure to me, a true angel on this earth plane who has fully accepted me through everything the past few years, and I can be my most authentic self around her. I love you, Naomi. I also love you, Jess, Christina, and Charles, for being there for me at the beginning of my healing journey, for wanting me to be a part of the team, and for having me be part of this beautiful mission that's healing so many people. And I was going to say, if Charlie was here, how much I love him, because he is wonderful. You guys together made a beautiful being, and he has so much silliness and love that's going to be spread to the world. And Dr. Ferber, I will never forget the initial evaluation with you before my treatments, where I truly felt seen, heard, and understood by somebody in the midst of extreme pain and darkness. So I wish you all the blessings and that love wraps you in its warm, magical embrace.
Love for me is the only thing that I genuinely have to give. I could love enough to stay with you forever or let you go. Love for me is just being aware and just accepting the divine for what it is, and just being in the moment and flowing. So love for me is just genuine me. Namaste.
Love is a storyline in movies. Love is the plot of every book of fiction in the library. Love is the chemistry that binds a herd of elephants, a pride of lions, a pack of wolves. It is carried by the oxytocin that initiates labor and floods mother and child with bonding hormones that determine the course of every child's life, if she's lucky. But love is not visible in the nasty tweets and emails hurled around every day. It is invisible in the boardroom when shareholders' interests override the workers' rights to a decent standard of living. It has gone missing in the common discourse in schools and libraries. Love is nowhere to be found in the halls of Congress, in the Pentagon, in the voting booth. Songs of love were drowned out in the screams heard on October 7th and the kibbutzim of the south of Israel. It is absent in the rat-a-tat-tat of a gun with a bump stock aimed at 6-year-olds. But love and truth sustains us at all times, in all moments and in every place. It is the ocean we swim in. It is the ground of being. As matter and energy are interchangeable, the foundation of both is consciousness, the benevolent consciousness that some call God, others Allah, others Jesus, etc., etc. For every name we try to pin on that consciousness, thousands of beings will die. Every distinction ultimately makes the world fall apart. In truth, there are no distinctions. But that truth is hidden by the illusion that we are separate from each other. Love is the underpinning of the universe, invisible as the air we breathe, and just as crucial to life. What a delicious game of hide and seek.
Love is more than just a fleeting emotion. It's a way of life. It's a choice we make every day to show kindness, compassion, and empathy to those around us. Love is the guiding force that shapes our interactions with others and the lens in which we see the world through. Love is a way of being. It's about treating others with respect, understanding, and acceptance. It's about listening with an open heart, speaking with honesty and integrity, and acting with kindness and generosity. Love is about building connections, fostering relationships, and creating a sense of community and belonging. Love is a way of thinking. It's about seeing the good in others, recognizing their worth and values, and appreciating their unique qualities and contributions. Love is about embracing diversity, celebrating differences, and promoting inclusivity and understanding. Love is a way of living. It's about embodying the principles of love in everything we do, in every decision we make, and every action that we take. Love is about being present, being mindful, and being intentional with our words and deeds. Love is a way of giving. It's about sharing our time, our talents, and our resources with others without expecting anything in return. Love is about making a positive impact, making a difference, and making the world a better place for all. In the end, love is not just emotion, it's a way of life. It's a choice, a mindset, and a philosophy that guides our interactions with others and our journey through life. Let's embrace love as a way of being, a way of thinking, a way of living, and a way of giving. Thank you.
Love is unconditional. It's in your heart. It should be in everything you do. The way you speak to your family, friends, and just in a loving way. Sickness and in health, and that's not just marriage. That's richer for poorer. That's your friends. Just seeing them through, supporting them. And I love you.
How's my face? With my braid crooked?
Happy 89th birthday, Chi-Chi. Love, they say love is unconditional. For me, love used to be showing up. I know it's more than that. It's a feeling. We should all love each other unconditionally, each human being. It's hard to do nowadays. I'm so grateful to be here and spend time with all of you. I have to give credit to Edric for bringing most of us together. And you have been such a rock in my life.
I'm Swami Bodhicitta, also known as Andy Ferber. The moments when I felt the most love in my life. 60 years ago, I saw my son behind the glass, Columbia Presbyterian Hospital. And I knew I was on the earth for something bigger than I had understood until that moment. 48 years ago, I saw Osho for the first time. I looked in his eyes, he looked at me. I crawled across the floor. He said, "Come closer, Bodhicitta, touch my foot. I've been waiting for you." He touched my forehead. There were 3 explosions of light inside me. And I knew in an instant that what I thought was me was just a little bubble in the huge atmosphere. That what I thought was love was a cupful in the ocean, and that it was all over forever. He says, "How long have you come for?" I said, "My family, the state of New York, the government of India, I think 4 weeks. If you have any other ideas, let me know. I'll take care of the details." He laughed. He said, "Neither the family, nor the state, nor the government have any control over you anymore. You're serving a higher power." Then he said, "Have you done any groups in the woods?" I said, "I did all the groups." He laughed again. He said, "Anybody who's doing psychotherapy, group work, yoga, is doing my work. They awaken a thirst that only I can satisfy." I said, "I love you so much." He said, "Eat me, drink me, breathe me, nourish yourself. You're part of my family." Everything has been different since that moment. The next moment was in 1983. I'm coming out of a Sweet 16 party for my daughter at Studio 54 in New York. And Caroline who I'd never met before is dancing in front of me. Then I felt this wave of love. I said, Lizzie, that was my daughter. I have to dance with this woman. And we fell in love, and we've been together for 42 years, and it gets more and more mysterious and deeper and deep. I've heard from the deepest Buddhist teachings and Osho's teachings that we are love, and that all of the spiritual work is to let go of the blocks, of the mental poisons that are in our way of experiencing the love that's everybody's nature. I'm now a fairly advanced bodhisattva, and I work at these 2 clinics because it shares the love. And that's why I'm still on the planet, to help you all realize that we are love. We just have to let the blocks go.
Love is not just a fleeting emotion, but a force that binds us together, that connects us to one another in ways that we are both powerful and transformative. Love is the light that shines in the darkest of times, the beacon that guides us through the storms of life. It is the warmth that fills our hearts, the strength that sustains us when we feel weak and lost. Love is not always easy. It requires effort, patience, and understanding. It asks us to be vulnerable and challenges us to be our best selves, to show compassion and empathy and kindness, even in the face of adversity. Love is a choice. It is a decision. We make every day to love and be loved, to nurture, to cherish the relationships that are important to us. Love is not passive, but active, requiring us to show up, to listen, to support, and to be there for those we care about. In the end, the true meaning of love lies in the ability to heal, to inspire, to transform. At the end of the day, we're all just a bunch of onions. And through life, we peel these layers of onions away until we get to the core of who we truly are. And the answer to that question is love. God is love. I am love. Then I love you.
It happens when you least expect it. There are different levels of love. There's love for your friends. There is love for your relatives. There is love for your close family, your children, your grandchildren. And there is love for that special person who shows up in your life. Now, my story is, I had recently gotten divorced, and I said, there's going to be no woman in my life for at least 6 months. I'm not going to talk to them. I'm not going to have anything to do with them. I don't care. And of course, who shows up one day? Young lady over there. And I have to admit, I was a real dick. I'll have to be honest. She'll tell you. You don't have to believe me. She will tell you. And I had this thing in my brain. 6 months, I'm not dealing with any woman. So we ran together on the track. I kind of get to know her a little bit, but I was still a dick. She would ask me these questions and stuff, and I would give her these vague answers. Well, after a while, I started thinking to myself, she's really hot. And she might not come along again. So after this road race we did in New Hampshire, I said to myself, you know what? Screw it all. Screw my 6-month pledge. And we started dancing and talking, and I knew she was the right person. She was loved. And I knew, regardless of what I had said, what I had committed to, love was more important. The rest is history. We started dating. We got married. And I still love her more than anything in my life. She has been the best. She brought the best out of me, even though I'm still a dick most of the time. I admit it. I have to admit it. And she will tell you, she won't tell you because she's too nice. But love to me has been something that made me change my mind, made me change my attitude, made me change my life. That's what love is to me. And I love her. And I love my friends. And happy birthday, Chiche.
So I've been thinking about this ever since I read that email. And this this is not an easy subject for me to talk about. Love in many ways is just connection, right? Sitting around a table full of old friends, new friends. It's connection. Connection to energy, the earth, the water, each other, the manifestations of love with particular people and friends, and the things you do for people out of love is, it's a great big part of it. Who you're going to take a bullet for, take one on the chin for, who you would do anything for. It's, I don't even know how to really put it into words, but it's powerful. And just talking about it's making my heart beat. It makes me nervous. And I love you. I love you guys for everything you've done for us. And I love you. And happy birthday.
So I prepared a little poem for today. In the vast expanse of space and time, there exists a force that no one can erase. A gentle touch, a healing balm. Love's eternal song, a soothing calm. Love is light that shines within, a flickering flame that banishes sins. A beacon of the darkest night, guiding us towards the path to light. In love's embrace, we find our way, a haven where our souls can stay, a sanctuary from the storm, a place where our hearts can truly warm. Love is the bond that ties us close, a thread that weaves through the highs and lows, a connection that withstands the test, a love that's pure, a love that's blessed. In the depths of love, we find our strength, a power that can go to any length, a force that can mend a broken heart and help us find a brand new start. Love's a melody that fills the air, a symphony of joy beyond compare, a harmony of souls entwined. Love is the everlasting and undefined. In love's sweet dance, we find release, a healing balm that brings us peace, a solace in our darkest hours, love that gives us strength and power. So we celebrate love's healing grace, embrace the warmth, its sweet embrace. For in the heart of love, we find our way, a healing force that guides us every day. Happy birthday.
I met Osho in 1978. I felt a lot of love there. And over the last decade since then, there's been a lot of conflicting emotion around that for me. There's a part of me that feels his love very deeply and loves him very deeply. There are a lot of people who express a lot of upset and sadness around him. So I'm not at resolution with that. I don't know what the answer is. So where am I now on that journey? There are people in my life that I love a lot. I'm not quite sure if I've allowed that love to penetrate within myself. Sometimes I feel it for myself. Sometimes I don't. I guess I'm at a place right now where I'd have to say love is about permission, self-permission, because there's different parts of me. And the part that is probably the most hurt is the most scared. And I'm learning to take deep breath, feel the fear. It's not about being, macho. Booyah, baby. But
but moving forward anyway, finding those things I'm passionate about, finding those things I love to do, and exploring them. Doesn't mean I have to quit my job and go to freaking Colombia or Argentina or whatever, but just to start to be open to the possibility of loving my life. I'm really enjoying watching my kids enter into that phase of life where they're kind of launched. They're 35, 32, and 30, and it's pretty fucking amazing to watch. They're all more or less stable and successful, and it's like a great joy to me. So I've got that, and I've got myself, and I've got my love with this beautiful guy here. Look, he's one of my very first therapists. I was 20, and he was doing groups in New York. That's a whole other story. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dwayne. Thanks, everyone, for being here.
Yeah, so I'm John, and I didn't get the email, so this is definitely impromptu. Yeah, I think for me, the two things that come to mind when I think about love, been said earlier by some of the people who have shared, but basically it's connection and it's understanding. And I think the challenge here is that like the words will always fall short, right? The words are incredibly inadequate. And so it's an experience. I think love is, very much inherently experiential. And I think, if we just maybe stopped talking and we just like allowed ourselves to be silent for just maybe one of my 3 minutes, we know it. Right? We know the experience because we all have a heart. We know it in our hearts. And I just want to invite everybody to just get in touch with it. If it's helpful, just reflect on somebody in your life that you love, some human, or it could even be an animal. But you know the experience. I know the experience. We all know the experience. So I'll stop talking now and just allow people to have the experience. So, however brief that was, hopefully there was something that you felt. And I think much of our practice is like to expand that, to create those experiences for ourselves so that we can expand it out for others.
Yeah, gratitude comes to mind. Gratitude for life. Yeah, that we have the opportunity. So that's about it. But I think it's deeply related to gratitude for life.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you.
Ever since he said he was going to do this, have us all speak on what is love, I've been racking my brain to come up with some sort of expression. It's something for me that's very hard to put into words. Or even, I can talk about love. What exactly is it? It's not something that is describable or definable. That's a better word, I suppose. I appreciated the 1 minute of silence, I have to say. That dropped me into dissolving into everybody and everything, which is a place where I'm accustomed to being. for many years, I have not experienced a separation between myself and others or existence in general. And if I have to say what is love, I would say that's what love is. There's just no other explanation for me about what it is. I mean, words, I'm not good about bringing words to describe things anyway. This one is a real challenge. I can't even say that you could define it as a feeling. It's just like dissolving in a way. I really appreciated everybody putting so much into their preparation, because I tried to do that. Like, it just didn't work. I can talk about my overwhelming experience of love, which was the first time I saw him. There was a very large group in New York City that was happening among our fellow disciples. And I saw him across the dining hall at lunch this day. And I knew the moment I saw him, there was an explosion. That was it. I knew that he's the one I should be with for the rest of my life. And that was 2 years before he remembers meeting me. Well, we finally met at Studio 54.
All I can think about love, love is a feeling, and just like any other feeling. Probably this one is a positive feeling, is a nurturing feeling, is feeling of caring, a feeling of doing, feeling of looking at something or somebody or anything, and it gives you happiness, and you feel grateful to be able to share your time because you're feeling love. It's such a feeling that you feel it right in your gut, and everybody knows this. You feel it right here. We know that feeling. It's either love or it's something bad, but it is right there. And you don't have to feel it just for humans. You can feel love for animals, for plants, for anything that has life and no life. Energy, 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 energy is so much energy. If now this is an advice, if you can live your life feeling love at all times, even at your worst moment, even at your worst feeling, physically, mentally, if you can just feel love and hold on to love, you can overpass, compensate, do anything in your life out of just love. So I think that's why it's such an important feeling more than any other. It's important to feel the other feelings because then you'll know the difference between those feelings and love. I feel love in here right now, and we all here congregating for a reason. We all feel love for someone that put us together. And he picked every single one of us sitting in here for a reason, because he felt that love, that God feeling for everyone here. He felt that force. He knows each one of us bring joy, bring happiness, bring that force to his life. And love is life. When you feel love, you're alive. So my best advice is love
intensely, love yourself, love others, love everything, everything, because then you will be connected with a full mass energy that will level you up and will make you walk on top of the world. And that's an amazing feeling.
Let's kick ass, girl.
Cha-cha.
Hot dog.
Give me some more wine.
That was good.